Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. This is a case of a mature cataract. So friends, have you ever wondered why so many surgeons from the Indian subcontinent refer to the process of emulsification as eating up the cataract? Hang on till the end of this video and I'll share my views on this with you all. As we puncture the anterior capsule, you'll notice the egression of some milky white liquefied cortex. This has to be aspirated so that you can have a better visualization of the operative field. So the capsular excess in an intumescent cataract is the most important step, and you should be quite slow about it and be very careful with it. And if you have chamber loss, as I just did, make sure you replenish the anterior chamber with more viscoelastic substance. So I've managed to create an egg-shaped oval capsular excess. I hope it's enough for the emulsification process. As I put my foot pedal in position 2 and my vacuum starts acting, you will notice that all the liquefied cortex is aspirated first and I begin to see a peripheral glow. So this means that I have a freely mobile dense nucleus within the capsular bag and I don't have the luxury of an epinuclear or a cortical cushion. So chopping this cataract is going to be slightly difficult as I'm not going to get a good hold. So the technique that I'm going to employ in this case is going to be a direct chop, and I'm going to use 450 millimeters of vacuum and about 70% phaco power to initiate this. So I'm successful in getting my first chop, and then I rotate the nucleus and I'm going to chop it from another place. I impale the phaco tip into the nuclear matter and begin the chopping process again. Adding to my woes in this case is the fact that apart from being a dense nucleus, it has very leathery fibers, so I achieve partial chops in a few instances and complete chops in others. Of course, our aim in such cases is to try and break the nucleus into as many fragments as possible to achieve a better control during the procedure. So dear friends, now I'm prolapsing the first piece from out of the bag and I begin the procedure of emulsifying it, or I begin the procedure of eating it up. So some of our colleagues from the western part of the world often wonder why so many surgeons from the Indian subcontinent refer to the process of emulsifying as eating it up. Well dear friends, I have a simple explanation for this. Emulsification is essentially an English term, and most of us think in our native languages when we talk to ourselves or when we are thinking about something. For example, I am from North India, and if I have to think of the closest term that comes to emulsification, it would mean khaja. Khaja essentially translates to eating it up. That's why you would often see that when you see videos from surgeons from the Indian subcontinent, they often refer to emulsification, the process of emulsification, as eating it up. Here friends, I am demonstrating how you can use your Y blunt instrument as a secondary chopper. I'm essentially smashing this piece from the posterior end so that I can get two smaller pieces and emulsify them in a controlled manner. hardly any cortical matter is seen in the capsular bag, and as we entered with a bimanual irrigation aspiration, you'll notice that a small fragment of the nucleus pops out from behind the iris. This can be quite irritating because at this point I do not want to use my phaco tip again. So I maneuver it towards the main incision and just pull it out with my irrigation like that. We're doing a hydro-IOL implantation where we use the irrigation cannula to continuously inflate the capsular bag as we maneuver the IOL into place. So I'm using the bimanual irrigation aspiration cannula to try and rotate the IOL in such a manner so that the optic overlaps with the capsular axis margin as much as possible. You'll remember from the beginning of this video that I didn't get a perfectly round capsular axis and it was slightly oval. One must always ensure that the wounds are well hydrated and watertight to prevent any post-operative contamination. So this concludes the case. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, I'll take them in the comment section below.